Alrighty. Happy Monday, everyone. Fresh new week. Hopefully, everyone's having a great day today and everyone had a great weekend. Um, this week, a lot of excitement, especially in the football space. Some upsets. Vikings beating the Lions. I was just talking about them last week, how they were disappointing me. Then all of a sudden, they beat arguably the best team in the NFC. What do you do? It's hard. That's just sports though. That's the beauty of sports because you don't know what you're gonna get. Um, the Mahomes and Allen rivalry, um, very interesting. Same thing there. You don't know what you're gonna get, and Mr. Daniels, I really hope that you feel better because that did not look good. But we're gonna go over the box score from each game Sunday, and then we're gonna go over tonight's matchup for Monday Night Football. Alrighty. First things first. Um, Falcons versus my Pats. Shout outs to Drake May. Boy, you balling this year, boy. Hey, they not gonna chant MVP, but I don't care. You getting it done. Biggest stat that I care about is this right here. That's it. That's all. And you doing it in style. You're doing it in style. And I appreciate that because huh, it's a it's been a rough couple years being a Pats fan. But this year we back and I believe we're still number 1. So y'all can take that to the bank. AFC, y'all in trouble. Drake May in town. Patriots beat the Falcons 24-23. Chargers versus Titans 27-20. Bears versus Bengals, and we're going to talk on that. 47-42. Colts versus Steelers. Steelers won. Steelers broke that streak. 27-20. 49ers take over the Giants 34-24. Broncos versus Texans. Ooh, Tubi. 18-15. Vikings over the Lions. Well, I'm sorry, 18-15 Broncos way. Vikings over the Lions 27-24. Panthers beat the Packers 16-13. Disgusting. Jaguars beat the Raiders 30-29. The Rams beat the Saints 34-10. Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21. And the Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. Let's talk about it, guys. Bears versus Bengals. Bears versus Bengals. There's two things you can get out of that one game. One, Bears are having a pretty good season. Um, threatened by them in the long run? Probably not. But 47 points. that's uh that's nothing to laugh about. 47 points is nothing to sneeze at. That's actually really good. Bengals, your defense is Swiss cheese. I don't know what else you guys need. Matter of fact, you need just the whole class. Just draft a whole class full of defensive players because you guys couldn't stop a nosebleed now. Like, so I don't know what the Bengals have going on, but something was very interesting. Jamar Chase and Chase Brown's comments after the game. We need to stop. Get a stop in the game. I mean, how true is that? They scored. I think it was only what 50 seconds left. Somebody fact check me, but I believe it was like 50 seconds left. I don't think it was a minute left when the Bears got the ball back. So what does that say? You guys just aren't good. Your defense isn't trustworthy. That's a bad look, bro. Now we've always known this, but it gets to a point. You had Joe Flacco throwing for what was it, 470? Yeah. Please everyone listen to this. 31 attempts. No, 47 attempts, 31 completions. Really good. 470 yards. Really good. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Higgins had 121. Chase had 111. Chase Brown had 75. Uh, and everyone else ate too. I don't know these guys' names, but everyone got a fair share. And you trolling on defense. I don't I don't know what else you need from the offense, you know? Cause that's 470 yards in the air usually ends with a dub, not an L. So front office, what are you guys looking at? Hmm? What do you do? Also, with Joe Flacco throwing 470 yards, Joe Flacco has not really been playing bad since being with the Bengals. So, my question to everyone, does this alter what you guys think of Joe Burrow? I mean, because this guy he's not doing bad with this offense. And at his age, throwing 500 for almost 500 yards with this group, what does that say about Joe Burrow? Is he better in terms of decision making? Is he better in terms of, because I mean, think about it. I think it looks bad that they're bad with him and then bad without him, right? Because that's like that the perspective of which everyone would, look at him and the praise that he gets. You think that this team would be a lot worse without him? Yeah, I didn't think they'd win a game, honestly, without him. But I mean, he's not doing bad. Joe Flacco isn't doing bad at all whatsoever. Actually, exceeding. I don't think he's game manager. This isn't really game managing. He is putting on a show. So you guys let me know how you feel about Joe Burrow. I still feel like he's a great quarterback. Um, I'm gonna go on a limb and say I do believe their record would be better with him there. I do. Me personally, I do. But I can also see someone saying no, I don't. Because if you look at and there's a vision test too. I haven't been watching the Bengals. Let's put it out there. I have not been watching the Bengals from first quarter to the fourth. And we're gonna talk about that probably after the basketball segment on why I feel like that's important for you to watch the game and just go off of stats. Just let you guys know. But I do looking from the statistical standpoint, he's not doing bad. If anything, these are Joe Burrow-ish numbers. Honestly, they're not bad numbers. So I will let you guys, for the ones that watch this, like, comment, subscribe, comment what you think about this. All right. Up next, in the football realm, oh yeah. Steelers versus Colts. For the longest, it seemed like the Colts couldn't even move down the field. Uh, Daniel Jones had one touchdown, three interceptions. That was costly. He threw a heck of a lot of yards, 342 yards. My God, he just couldn't get down. Couldn't get down the field. Um, well, no, he can get down. He just couldn't score. Is what it's looking like. Alec Pierce had 115 yards. Michael Pittman Jr. had 115 yards. I don't know. 31 for 50, not the best, but it's not too bad. Just those three picks. So we gotta do something about that. Let's look at Aaron Rodgers' side because I don't think he threw more. No, he didn't throw anything close. Very accurate though. 25 for 35, 203, one touchdown. So Rodgers just playing the safe game, which is he's always gonna do that. Shout outs to the Colts though. I didn't expect you guys to have the season that you're having now. Maybe that can be a. You guys did play a pretty good defense, really good defense actually. So let's just learn from that and thrive. It's okay. I don't think I believe if they were to play again, the Colts will probably win. No lie. No lie. I do believe if they were to play again, that means your defense will have to be on the same game. And you guys know how it how it is with sports. Okay, you won this one, that's fine. You have a very great chance of losing the next game they match up. And of course, due to them not playing anymore each other again for the rest of the season, playoffs is still a thing, bro. Just got to see how the cards play. Because I think the Steelers are number one in their division. Yeah, they are. And the Colts are number one in their division. So it's highly likely these two teams could see each other. Right? Highly likely. All right. Next up. Who are we going to cover next? Oh my goodness, this thing takes forever. Sorry about this, guys. All right. Vikings versus Lions. Listen. This is crazy, bro. 27-24 Vikings way. I don't know how to feel about this team. I don't. JJ McCarthy, 14 out of 25, 143. He was pretty much mid. No offense to him. This is a very mid game. Two touchdowns, one interception. Very game manager esque. He's pretty much just a game manager. I mean, he got the job done though. Lions way. Let's see. Jared Goff, 284, two touchdowns, zero picks. David Montgomery went pretty crazy. 11 carries for 40. Not too crazy in the yards, but we know how David Montgomery can get in terms of putting punishment on the defense because he's such a brolic running back. Sam Laporta, 6 receptions, 97 yards, one touchdown. Such a dog. Amon Ra, 9 for 97, dog. And then Jamison Williams, 4 for 66, one tutty. Can't ask more. They just did a little more. The Vikings just did a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay. It happens. Next one. Chiefs versus Bills. I believe in the regular season, Josh Allen is 5-1 now against Mahomes. I'm letting you guys know right now that that does not matter. No one cares. No one cares. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time. Nobody cares. How come no one cares, X? Because it gets down to the playoffs. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to the playoffs. If they were to meet again, can we have this same performance from the Bills and Chiefs? Yes or no? Are the lights going to be too bright for the Bills? Yes or no? And you guys notice how I'm not saying Josh Allen. I'm saying the Bills. Guys, what we have to understand is Josh Allen doesn't play. These elite QBs do not play defense. Football is such an is one of the. It's probably the ultimate team sport. It is the Bills. It's the Bills versus the Chiefs. The whole well this guy is out playing. Yeah, it's two different defenses. Your defense may be way better than his defense. That's not on him. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes heads up with Lamar Jackson or anything like that. Yes, Lamar is going against the Chiefs defense, not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is going against the Ravens defense. Come on, guys. It's easy to understand. Um, Very interesting comparison though that they try to do to try to build like a rivalry. I still don't think this is a rivalry. If you guys want to play that game, this isn't a rivalry. It's one side of this crap. And I'm not a Patrick Mahomes super fan. I'm not. I'm just calling it how it is. I think Patrick Mahomes has what three bowls now, 3 chips. He's been there since what his rookie year or his second year, something like that. I think he only missed it one time, and that was in 2020, or one or twice, once or twice, 1 to 2. That's crazy, but it's true. You got to step it up, man. Um, if you guys really want this to be a rivalry, the way that you guys are trying to make it a rivalry, he's gonna have to beat him in the playoffs, not just the regular season. That's just the facts. Moving forward, moving on. Seahawks versus Washington. Washington, I do believe that your season is now officially over. Um, Cancun tickets should be cheap. You lost your guy. You lost the guy that had the craziest rookie season. You lost the guy. Well, you guys and the Giants are just gonna have fun with last place. Whoever wants it more. Because oh my goodness, I'd be super rattled if I was in that locker room and I saw what I saw with Daniels. You guys, mm, there's really not much I can say about the organization. Go ahead and get ready for next season, because this season is for sure over for the Washington. You guys still the Commanders? Yep, Commanders. All right, NFL tonight. Oh my goodness, Peacock game. It says ESPN, but look, man, this is horrible. Cardinals versus Cowboys. I'm gonna be honest. I could care less on who wins. It's most likely. Actually, I take that back. I'm going for the Cardinals. I could care less for the Cowboys. Let's go Cardinals. Take them out. I want y'all to beat them by 50. I want this to touch. Like I need this to hurt them from within the core. But I must say about the Cardinals, you guys have been keeping it close all year with all your matchups. Pretty interesting. Which means you guys actually are like that one piece or whatever, or a couple pieces away for doing whatever you guys doing. That is loud. All right. You guys are like a couple pieces away from being able to be a slight contender. All right, moving forward, we're gonna go with NBA. NBA has been. Hey, listen, guys, my Lakers are here. My Lakers are here. Yeah, yeah, it's getting real. It's getting beyond real. Y'all better figure it out. Um, sorry, no, it's still early to tell. But look, one thing I'm worried about is when LeBron comes back. Why am I worried when LeBron comes back? Play style. He's not a great off ball guy. He's not going to take jumpers off ball. That's not his thing. He's not a sit in the corner guy. If LeBron joins your team, you fit in. You get in where you can fit in. Not he gets in where he fits in. That's just his playing style, guys. Hard truth. That's not saying he's selfish. That's just his playing style. Austin Reeves has been going off. Um, Luca has been going off. All these guys have been going off. It's just not enough. I just don't think that's gonna be enough, bro. So yeah, we y'all gotta. Hopefully, he can get as many practice runs as he can. Really, um, because right now what they got going on is pretty beautiful. I think the Lakers lost to the Timberwolves twice, right? Let's see. Let's see if I'm not mistaken. It seems like it's being our dark horse. Yep. No. We beat them the second time. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna. But yeah, I believe that what the Lakers core right now is pretty good. I like what I'm seeing. We just need a when Brian comes in. I want it to just flow, but I don't think that's just not gonna be the thing. Because now someone has to. They're pretty much having to adapt their game back to what it was, and the question is, does that win them games? Because if what they're doing now is winning, keep it. Keep the formula going until it doesn't work. But I think it's gonna get cut off early once Braun comes back. It's probably just not gonna work at all. They have to figure something else out, and that's okay. Um, One thing about having an 83 game season is there's plenty of time. I just hope with his age, he'll be able to, at least during practice, able to get as many practice runs as he possibly can. That way, if he gets hurt again, and they have to vote back to this, go back to this, when he comes back, it's still smooth. You know, they're like, okay, we've seen this before, we've done this before, we got you, Brian. But the Lakers play the Trailblazers. I have the Lakers winning that one. Timberwolves versus Nets. I have the Timberwolves winning that one. Bucks versus oh my goodness, the Nets haven't won. That Jesus. Bucks versus Pacers. Bucks. Jazz versus Celtics. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go with the Celtics. I'm gonna go with Derek White and Jalen Brown. Wizards versus Knicks. Knicks by 100. Mavericks versus Rockets. That's gonna be pretty cool. You guys, please tune into that one. I'm going with the Rockets though. Pistons versus Grizzlies. Oh, actually, no. It's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. Oh my gosh, we got to talk about the Mavericks because that season is over already. We're gonna talk about that later. Pistons versus Grizzlies. I'm gonna have the Pistons. We're gonna talk about the Grizzlies locker room as well Kings versus Nuggets. I have the Nuggets by however many they want to win by. And then Heat versus Clippers. I do have the Clippers winning that one. Guys, Mavericks versus the Rockets. Anthony Davis is hurt already. They're not even 10 games in. And I believe he was grabbing at his Achilles. Let me see. I was so busy with work, I didn't even get to research how bad it was. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Anthony Davis, man. You They're gonna see if he does play. They're gonna see if he does play. But let's just, and maybe I'm late on it because he was tugging at his Achilles. That is never a good sign, guys. For those that know, you know, that is never a good sign when someone's tugging at their Achilles, because that could be career ending. Bump the season. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna still take the Rockets on this one. They're gonna be okay. Um, but yeah, more on the Mavericks. Kyrie is already not playing. They can't afford to lose AD. They can't afford that. Literally. Oh my goodness, Nico would get the craziest death threats of all time. Man, oh man. Prayers to Anthony Davis. Hopefully he can shake back. Um, he's one of my favorite players personally. Prayers to him. Grizzlies, Ja Morant is taking shots at the organization. Coaching staff. I don't know what's going on with that locker room, but it's looking like Ja Morant may not be there by the end of the season if this continues. He's already gotten suspended for like a game, I think. It will get ugly. Pistons will win that one, by the way. But it will get ugly within the Memphis organization. Um, we don't need. Well, no, they don't need Ja to leave. They've invested a lot in Ja. I believe they probably caught a break technically due to his antics a couple years ago that took away the extension or guarantee money that he was going to receive if all he did was just not flash his gun. Seems like a simple task, right? Alrighty. But I want to talk to you guys about something. Stats versus watching, being there versus watching. What do I mean by that? Stats. We we're in the world now where it's like we have a lot of guys that are so deep into their analytics, the game doesn't matter. It's cool, yeah. Sometimes I'm not going to be able to catch every game, so I can read you guys what's going on, right? Why is it better to watch? So you know how it happened. So I can tell you, yes, he scored 30. They were down by 50, bro. Those are garbage points. See, I'm very truthful when it comes to how you got your buckets, how you got your touchdowns, how you got your yards, how you got your steal, all that. Very, very technical. Why? Because that, to me, that determines if someone is truly better than someone. If I'm on a team, we're winning by 25, I still get my 25, right? I get subbed at the game early. I have 25. Let's say I have 25, 7 and 8. And they know I'm the reason we're getting there. I got like 3 steals, something like that. Person that loses has 38 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. But most of their points come from the garbage time. You guys that are just going to be off strictly analytics are going to say, oh, yeah, this guy's clearly better. He has this, he has that. You guys need to get us up. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. And I feel like sports is being ruined by that. Look, you guys know I don't like the Cowboys. One thing I used to hate the most was when Dak Prescott was getting praised and Baker Mayfield, when he was with Cleveland, was getting praised by garbage yards. The game is over. Yes, he threw for 500. 200 of those yards came when he was down 4 touchdowns. And then the final score, they lost by 3 touchdowns. Like, come on, bro. That doesn't mean this person is better than the other one at all. Watching a game is so important because if I can tell you exactly what happened, how it happened, I feel like I have more credibility than you just having a stat sitting there. Same thing with boxing. You guys go off of records. I didn't grow up watching Muhammad Ali. I've seen his highlights, right? I had to catch Floyd Mayweather's fights because we couldn't afford his fights. So I had to catch his full fights whenever it got released on YouTube. Different. I'm watching it, and when I'm watching both, and there's some full fights you can see of Muhammad Ali too. Xavier, why do you feel like Floyd is better than Muhammad Ali? I love his defense. I love the way he's calm. I love the way he doesn't leave his guard open. Granted, the way Muhammad Ali boxed, especially at that time, it was beautiful. The way that I think Mike Tyson said it better, his defense was his offense. It's like he just swung. It's just like just a punching match, which is beautiful. It's cool. It's barbaric, but I like boxing. I like the patience. I love the way he just gets points. It may be boring to y'all, but it's beautiful to me. It's beautiful to me when he gets a pull counter and tears someone up, and next thing you know, they're getting Rachel, they're getting a little pissed off. They want to flurry off on him, right? But guess what? He figures a way, takes a couple of those punches, and a lot of times they're just punching his glove. Resets, you're gassed, he's not. And I'm a jab you to death till that bell rings. Doesn't that sound a lot better than? I mean, he got this many punches, uh, uh, and this is how many he dodged. No, bro. Well, that's cool, but can you tell me what happened after them stats? Can you tell me examples when he was fighting Pacquiao and everyone was cheering? Pacquiao just hey, yeah, yeah. He was just hitting his gloves. He missed. That's why it didn't count. That's why those punches didn't count. I could have sworn he landed with yeah, he landed. He landed on his gloves. He didn't land him on Floyd's body. Watching and then stats. And then you have watching versus being there. Being in those moments. One thing I will never do is disrespect someone at their art. And I feel like that's also been a been such a crazy thing. I find it disrespectful that these guys on I found it disrespectful that these guys on TV have their opinions, which is nothing wrong with that, but their opinions have a have a little pull to it. Like they have experience in it. That like I think golf is boring. I think, but from seeing some stuff, I could probably say I believe this golfer is better than this golfer. Great opinion, my opinion. Now this is when it gets weird. Golfer tweaks his hip. And for people that know, you kind of do need your hips when you're swinging a golf club. Dude, you just got to push through it. Hold on. How do you know? How do you know? When Dwight Howard was getting injured a lot with his knees, Anthony Davis, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. This guy is soft. Excuse me? How do you know? You've never been in his position in life. You've never been in his position on in the sports realm, and you're not his height. How do you know? I know how it feels to be 5'9". I'm 6'2". I know how it feels to be 6 foot. I'm 6'2". I do not know how it feels to be 6'11". I do not know how it feels to be 6'5". Everyone's body is different. Everyone's play is different. When you guys talk about when these analytics guys, these commentators will talk about stuff in a locker room or talk about someone's way of play, or my favorite, you just got to catch that. You just got to score that. I would have, no, you would not. If you would have gotten, if you could score that, if you could dunk that, if you could catch that, you would be a professional. I hate when you guys that sit on the couch are telling people what you could have done. No, you could not. I went to South Central High School. Um, and let me tell you something. I told you I've always been this way. Our football team sucked. I loved them to death. Our football team sucked. Majority of the time I was there. That's okay. Not everyone can be great. Our basketball team was really good. Our football team was horrible. But you know one thing? I was asked a lot. I've said this in front of a couple football players. Not in a disrespectful way. I think y'all gonna lose. I was told this. I was told this. It was my English class. Um, this guy's name was Trey. I think this time he played with a broken. This year he played with a cast on his arm. He broke something, or whatever he did. Dude, we were talking. I said, man, y'all suck. He said, why don't you play? I suck. You see how I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I will do better. I'm not gonna critique the style of play. I just feel like we're not good. I'm not critiquing what could be done better because I'm not there. I've never been there. Jalen Rose, when he got on Skip Bayless about the Russell Westbrook thing, saying, I don't think he's a point guard. What kind of point guard are you? There you go, boom. Because you've never been there, and guess what? Someone checked you from never being there. If he just said, I don't believe Westbrook is a good point guard, that's fair. Go ahead, say it. But when you start to critique, if I were to sit there and talk to Trey and be like, hey, you guys need to do this. I think you guys need to. Who am I? Who am I? That's starting to be a thing that irritates that nothing irritates me more than that. Because there could be details, minute details I don't see that everyone else can see due to me not being there. Football eye, basketball eye. I've played basketball before, not at a high level, not at a high school level. I've played basketball before though. Do I feel like I was decent for someone not to be on high school? I do feel like I was decent at that time. Before I couldn't, I was unable to shoot mid ranges. I do feel like I was decent. I do. I was carried by my defense. And for the ones that say, "Oh, he probably fouls," no, I'm talking about clean pick steals, clean blocks. I'm not gonna press you up the court. Come to me. Make the bad decision that you need to do. Now we're going the other way. There's the time where I could actually finish a layup. I can't finish. I suck on off. I completely suck on offense. Now, I really sucked on off. I sucked on offense. Once I just said I just don't want to. I don't. I didn't prioritize basketball anymore. But yeah, that's one thing. Like, but if I were to look at a basketball game at South, I would give some of my opinion to where it may be a slight critique, but not the whole thing. Because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors either, in terms of lineups, issues with players, issues in the locker rooms. I could feel like someone is better. I'm like, hey, have y'all ever thought about, putting this person in? But I'm not gonna stand on it. Man, this guy needs to come. I need to put him in. I don't know that. I don't know if he's fit for that right now. But you're gonna have guys that are gonna just stand, and they're standing on it. These guys, and it's crazy. It's not just the guys on TV. It's some guys locally that will do the same thing. Like they've been there. You haven't been there. You've never been there. You will never be there. You never will. That was just my 2 cents on that, guys. That um, it was a follow up with the Joe Burrow thing and the Joe Flacco thing due to the stats that Joe Flacco was putting up, and I think I heard it on from Shady McCoy about this was like, is Joe Burrow really that elite? I wanted to piggyback on that, but I couldn't really too much because I haven't been watching the games. That's why I wanted you to put it up. From statistical standpoint, seems like it's not much of a difference. But in game, could be something Joe Burrow could have seen that Joe Flacco didn't see or didn't see at that moment. Like Joe Burrow would have thrown this pass at this point in time. Right in his hands, yada yada yada, the whole nine. You guys know what I'm talking about. Do not get so obsessive with stats that you're losing sight of the game. Stats is boring to look at. The game is beautiful to watch. Do you watch the game? Do you know the game? And for the people that watch the game, you don't know the ins and outs of the game. There's some people that are really good in terms of, hey, when I mean ins and outs of the game, guys, I do mean like, I don't mean from what they see that it's not fair. If it's on the TV, you saw it, cool, I get it. Critique that. I'm talking about, I think Skip Bayless is the king of this. Just like I was saying earlier. I just feel like this guy has to do this to you. Now we're overstepping. Now we're overstepping. Leave that to the guys that's done it. Leave that to the guys that's been playing at a higher level than you. Leave that to the guy. Leave that to the trainers that's been with these guys. Leave that to the coaching. Leave that to the owners that watch these guys every day in the ins and outs, walkthroughs, etc., etc. Like, good example. We're gonna go back boxing a little bit. Floyd's Floyd Mayweather's dad was on Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Skip is trying to talk about like he knows boxing. He's to Floyd's dad, by the way. And Floyd's dad just asked him a simple question. What is a pull counter? It's literally in the name on what it is. What did Skip say? It must be a term that you guys use. No. What are we talking about? Stuff like that. If you've never been there, can't speak on it. You can feel like someone's better than the other. One team's better than the other. Their stats, whatever. But when it gets down to you trying to analyze situational awareness and you've never been there, you can't talk. And it may also be from a jealousy standpoint. A lot of these guys that talk like they've been there, guess what? They wish they were there. They didn't have that God given ability that this individual has. So what do? They talk about it. But yeah. Now just my thing on that. I feel like it's been a lot of unfair discussions that just been getting passed through. And it's a lot of ignorance just being spread about. But yeah. That is going to be it for today in terms of topics. Just a reminder to everyone, next Monday is where the schedule changes. We're back here, but later. Like I said, I do have another job, a new job starting November 10th. It's gonna be a lot different. I have to do my training, yada 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 yada, and a whole lot of Thank God, man. I love this. I love this growth. Um, Words of encouragement for everyone: do not give up. Stay prayed up. Um, how I got this job was a little bit of a story time that we're gonna wrap this up because I need you guys to know how good God is. Um, I don't want to tell you guys exactly where I work at. So pretty much, I went to this spot because I went back to a little bit of the old school ways. What's the old school ways, right? Um, hmm, what's the old school way? Getting up and actually going to get it, not just waiting on the application ring. Because that's what I was doing. I was just waiting for someone to call back, putting in emails. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. One day, I just said, you know what? F it. I'm gonna just get up and go. I went up and went to go get it, driving spot to spot. Man, got that. Got to the spot because it's a 2-story building, and lady was like, I think you're talking about upstairs. I wasn't talking about upstairs. I wasn't talking about this particular department. But I went upstairs. I was okay. Let's see. She was like, no, we're not this. We're this. They're under the same entity, 2 different names. I'm like, okay, that's tough. Before I walked out, I said, "Are you guys? Well, are you? Do you guys have any positions open?" This lady went out her way on her computer. Now she's not a manager. She's not a supervisor. Typed in whatever she typed in online to see if they were hiring. Show enough. Referred me, and here we are. Now I have another opportunity. I have another thing to smile about. I have another thing to thank God for. Shout outs to her. Not gonna put her name out. I love you. I will for look. She don't know. This thing blows up. I told you 10K by the end of the year. This thing blow up. She getting a slice. Let y'all know right now, she getting a slice. She's gotta get a slice. Celebration. But yeah, for y'all that are in doubt, pray and thank God for the doors that close. Thank God for the lessons. I thank God for the blessings. I thank God for um me being punished from my wrongdoings. Yeah, thank him for that too. It could be worse. It could be you're alive, right? He could have punished you in a different way. I thank God for that, man. I thank God for him. I thank God for him. Blessings to everyone. But thank you guys for listening to Talk with X at Talk with X. This is your host, Xavier Mitchell. Instagram at Talk with X. Main Instagram at X underscore UCHIHA. At X underscore UCHIHA. Again, you guys are here with Talk with X. It's a blessing being here. Thank you guys for listening. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all.